Buongiorno, everyone. Happy Monday and all that. Some great news to bring you tonight. Sarcasm, obviously. Title of the video: Joe Willock says goodbye to Newcastle. Season over, and then a summer of what we hope is a summer of hope. Never mind the Euros and all that, just Newcastle-wise. Praying that the first thing to happen would be Joe Willock would be signed on a permanent deal, that he would come back to Newcastle, that maybe Arsenal would give him a chance. We were linked with obviously £30 million move. It started off at about £15 to £20 million, and then it went up to £30 million. And bloody hell, after scoring 7 and 7 in a row, it's probably at least £30 million now. And if he is available, Newcastle wouldn't sign him. Well, I couldn't imagine us putting up that money for him. I said that already, and I think that's confirmed tonight. But it's probably confirmed that Arsenal want him. Arteta had already said previously in the week, even before the last round of fixtures, where he scored again against Fulham, that he would be heading back to the Emirates, that he was their player, that he was a contract at the club, and he'd done amazing, he'd done very well, he'd done everything that Arteta and Arsenal asked of him. Sees his chance more than that. Nobody could have foreseen the form that Willock was in and the amount of goals he scored and the influence and impact he had at Newcastle and on the Premier League, really. Unbelievable performances, unbelievable form. And tonight he's issued a little goodbye to the Toon Army on his Instagram, and make of it what you will, but it doesn't obviously sound like someone who would be coming back. Because even if there was a glimmer of hope of coming back, he wouldn't have put it like this. Really, he wouldn't have put it like this. He states, "NUFC family, thank you for rocking with me. I will never forget the love you've showed me. The team, the fans, the city will always hold a special place in my heart. Up the Maggies." I could cry. Goodbye. Up the Maggies. Going to miss that. We're going to miss that out. We're going to miss the goals. We're going to miss the runs from midfield. I just think it's the way it's worded. Someone who's got a chance of coming back, it doesn't get worded like that. It doesn't. You just put thanks for a great season. That's it. You doesn't have to put that whole goodbye thing. And the speech that he's given, it's clear as day he's not coming back. Either Arteta wants to keep him. Newcastle can't afford him, the 30 million that Arsenal are asking for. Or he's got other suitors, which I'm sure he will. I'm sure Joe Willock will have a lot of other suitors. It's tough to think that if he scored 7 in a row for Newcastle, he scored, 9 or 10 overall since joining in January, that other teams wouldn't be sniffing around. Everyone's been talking about him. He's been all over the news, all over the media, rightfully so, Match of the Day, Sky Sports, everything. It hasn't been unnoticed, and it wouldn't have gone unnoticed for other Premier League teams. There'll be other teams looking at that. There'll be Aston Villa, who've got plenty of money to spend now. They could get him. The Ross Barkley may go back to Chelsea. They'll think £30 million. They spent nearly £30 million on Ollie Watkins, so they're not going to have a bother getting the likes of Joe Willock. You could even go to Leeds if they were going to spend money, who were in the top 10. Everton, who were always splashing cash. There's loads of options for Joe Willock. There's loads of options. You could even look to going abroad. He could go to Inter Milan, join the other rejects. Even though he's not 21 years old. He's not like the Victor Moses and that of this world. And Sanchez and that, who have won Serie A. But he could go abroad. He could go abroad is what I'm saying. They could quite easily go to Spain, Italy, anywhere. He could be playing in Europe. No doubt about it. Not the Conference League either. At West Ham. Could be doing that. In the Europa League. Spurs, and I could go anywhere, Willock. But I think he honestly would come back to Newcastle if we showed ambition. If we said, look at Joe, we want you to come back. You're not going to be the only one that signs us. We're signing you for £30 million. We've got another £50-60 million. We're going to bring in another 3 players. We're going to bring in another striker back up for Wilson. We're going to bring in a right back. We're going to bring in a centre mid. Yeah. Then he would come back. Then St. Maximin would stay. But St. Maximin alluded earlier in the week as well. He said, we need to keep a hold of players like Joe Willock. We need to sign players like Joe Willock. We don't want to be fighting for 17th every year. That's the atmosphere of the fans now, and like these channels and stuff, and what you lot see in the comments. Keep your comments coming in, plenty of them. I'll have a crack with you soon. I'll just get my spiel out the way first, off the top of the old noggin. Is that Saint was saying he's not there fighting for 17th? I mean, I said that on Sky last year, on Sky Sports last summer. I said no Newcastle fan when there was no fans in the ground. I said no one's really going to want to come back and watch us fight 17th every year. Now the players are seeing it. The players are seeing it because it's real. Footballers, everyone's life flies by, and a footballer's career flies by even quicker, especially if they get a big injury. St. Maximin's not going to sit around and think year after year, I'll fall for the old same old bollocks. Mike Ashley's pony, Lee Charnley's bullshit Sarnies, and Brucey's fucking bear hugs. He's not going to sit around forever and wait around forever. He loves the city as well. He loves the fans. He loves being a hero up here. Willock was the same. Willock could have got there. Willock was on his way there. He saw the love. He's thankful for that. The worry for me is he going to get that at Arsenal? He's going to go back to Arsenal and he probably won't even get a start. He'd probably be on the bench I had Arsenal fans messages on TikTok and stuff, started uploading shit on there. Check it out at Mike Renton. The Willock video where we were at his car after the Sheffield United game. Sheffield United. And saying him, please stay, Joe, and all that. And he was loving it. And the Arsenal fans were saying, look at 25 million is yours, 30 million is yours. He suits Newcastle. He doesn't suit Arsenal. We don't really need him that much. We've got Saka, we've got Martinelli, we've got Smith Rowe, we've got this, that, and the other. Whereas, he's going to go back to Arsenal. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, we've got Joe Willock. If he's saying for Newcastle, we'll be like, fucking get him, we've got Joe Willock. Joe fucking Willock. He'd be a hero up here. Whereas at Arsenal, if he continues the form, obviously he'll become a hero. But, Arsenal fans and us, when we got him, they were a bit like, meh, yeah, have him. And now, obviously, with the impact he's had and the form he's had, fair enough. But even then, still, the Arsenal fans were saying to me, he's not going to get that free roam that he's had at Newcastle. He's not going to be able to be that number 8, box to box, basing into the box, making runs, getting on goals. He won't get that freedom at the Emirates. He won't. And he's a star cast at Newcastle. You've got Wilson, St. Maximin, and Dubravka, really, haven't you? And then after that, it was Willock. Already, after a few months, already it was him. Whereas like Arsenal, you've got Aubameyang, Lacazette, all these players. He would have been loved up here. I think he would have fancied it, like I say, but you can't blame him. You can't blame him because one, the club won't put the money up, and two, even if they did, he'll know what the crack is going to be next year. He knows what the crack is going to be next year. Everyone can see it. Newcastle will finish between 12th and 20th next year. As it stands, with no takeover, as it stands with Steve Bruce and Mike Ashley, that's the crack. That's how it will be. That's how it always will be, unfortunately. But like I said, the first bit of bad news to come out after the season ended didn't take long, did it? Willock saying he's going back to Arsenal. And obviously, the takeover, just wait for that disappointment to come again. Like we haven't heard that every summer for the last few years that the takeover is dead. Let's hope not. I don't want to be negative. It's a Monday, hardest day of the week. I have a narrowed Monday, actually. But, it's not easy. And we wanted some good news. So get your comments in. I mean, there's people, I'll go through the comments on the socials as well. Make sure you follow me with the Magpie channel on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Some people are saying, it might not mean that he's definitely leaving. But for me, the way he's put it, he's gone, man. He's gone. Yeah, well, he's going back. He said thanks for the memories and all that. And the way he's worded, it seems like, he's out the door. It's these loan players. How many times has it happened for Newcastle where we fall in love with these loan players from like Remy, even Kennedy, first time round, Salomon Rondon most recently. There's many of them. Jethro Williams, who actually might be coming back this summer. His contract ends in June at Frankfurt. He's a free agent, so there's one for Ashley and the boys to snap up because there's now to lose there. Crying by Thomas, crying on Tyneside tonight with this news that Willock isn't staying. Gonna miss because he got the club. He's like St. Maximin. He was interacting on social media, more so his own posts and stuff, but with the selfies after the game and come on you Maggies and all that. He just clicked. He got it. He loved it. And you seen his smile. Like even the video we did outside his car after Sheffield United, not on our socials. You haven't seen it already. He was smiling that way, laughing that way. If the club had anything about them, if we paid for him, he would stay, and if we showed ambition, he would stay. But my worry now is that who follows? Do you know what I mean? I think it'll be St. Maximin. I do honestly think St. Maximin will leave Newcastle this summer. So there's a bit of more good news for you if I'm right on that one. But maybe it was out of our hands though. Maybe it was out of our hands. Maybe Newcastle said, and I have to put it out there, I don't believe it, but maybe Newcastle said, look, 25, 30 million, right, we'll do it. And Arteta and Arsenal turned around and went, nah, he's ours. We're keeping him. He's 21. He's English. He's showing what he can do in the Premier League already. If he can do it that good at you, Bruce, under Bruce, fighting relegation, Arsenal, they get 8th this year, but, they win the FA Cup now and again. Another season next year, if they build and maybe not having Thursday night football will help them and they can push on. So, there's not many less prospective clubs in the Premier League than Newcastle is. How we convinced the likes of Wilson to sign, I don't know, and he must be looking now as well, looking at Villa. They only finished top 10, but they'll spend again this summer. When you look around, there's not many other Premier League teams that show less ambition than Newcastle do in terms of investment and desire to get at the table. And when you've got Bruce in charge and stuff, it's just fucking lift them, man. Shame he's gone. He's been class. He's been absolutely world class, to be honest. with no Shearer's world class, and I'm not saying Willock is there yet, but that form to match Shearer's record 7-7 is something else. Like, it's something else for how poor we were doing when he came in the side and started scoring. Did he score? Was it Tottenham's first goal? Like, the goals he scored, the impact he had on the play, in the dressing room, on the fans, on the result, on the table, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. It's worse. It's the worst thing. It's worse than catching feelings for a bird on a night out. You know, the ones that you'll never see again. You think, I should try better to try and get her back to the old, I'm telling you, didn't you? What a shame. MG vlog. Miss him. He will be class. Well, I think, there was fair play to Bruce, for getting Willock on loan. I mean, it's not like you had many options. Like, you would have been hunting around and ringing every Premier League club, doing up Drake, ringing them all, saying who's available, who can I get? And he was right up there, wasn't he? Maitland-Niles is another one who I thought would have been a good signing. The likes of Loftus-Cheek earlier on for Fulham. Like, these players get pushed out to clubs. It's not like, I don't think Bruce scouted Willock and was like, "Ooh, we need to get him." It was probably on a list of about 10 players that, you can have one of these. The other fucking 9 probably turned down because not many people wanted Willock. Do you know what I mean? And he came flying, absolutely flying. But Hamza Chowdhury's massively linked this summer for another loan move, so he'll probably be the one that replaces Willock. And he's not even that same type of player, is he? As we know, he's a bit of a nasty, dirty tackler. But it's alright when it happens for us. But I don't know. It's really difficult. We've been crying out for a player like Willock for ages. For that box-to-box engine midfielder, chipping with goals, Frank Lampard type of player. Get Frank Lampard player manager at this rate. You know what I mean? You'll have more engine than fucking Shelby still. He could have worded it better, because if you look at this is what I don't get when people are saying this, like, because what else could he have said? Well, you don't have to say goodbye the way he says it. Like, thank you for working with me. I will never forget the love. City will always hold a special place in my heart. Up the Maggies, goodbye. You wouldn't say goodbye. You're just daft if you think it's not clear as day in your face, like, because you wouldn't have to say it. You would just say, "Oh, cheers for a brilliant season. Love me time at Newcastle. Up the Magpies, up the Maggies." So, he doesn't have to put it like that. The way it's worded, let's be real, man. Let's be real. Don Arsenal, coming home, bro. He helped you guys stay up. He definitely did. He definitely did help us stay up. Without his goals at crucial times, and we could have been right in the thick of it. Or even still, if Fulham hadn't completely bottled it. But sure, no ambition on the staff to keep and improving our squad. Yeah, never in doubt, man. Never in doubt. Ryan's crying about a lone player. First time for everything. I've been close. Like, there's been ones in the past, but I absolutely love Remy, even though he's a prick for turning down the first time. He was a mint finisher. I think Rondon, we all knew, absolute beast. It's different. Like, and then we mentioned yesterday in the watch along, transfer budget of £12 million apparently for Newcastle in the summer. £12 million, and we're going to listen to offers for St. Maximin of £70 million. So, £12 million. What the fuck can you get for £12 million these days? Seriously, man. You can't even get Joe Linton's fucking ankle for £12 million, and anyone wants that. £12 million. We're linked with that Christopher Aja, however you pronounce it, the centre back for Celtic. And then we're linked with Hamza Chowdhury, like I've said, on loan, and it'll be another loan for someone else, probably. Maybe I'll get Jetro Williams in on a free. And even NUFC have commented on Willock's thing, actually saying best of luck for the future, Joe. You think they'll be saying that? They wouldn't be saying that. They'll be saying next season. Well, they couldn't probably say that, but you know what I mean? It's read between the lines. Don't beat around the bush. It's obvious. He's away. He's back. Going back to Arsenal. Not coming back to the team, unfortunately. And then we're linked with that young Wigan striker. I forgot he's Joseph Young or something. I don't even know what he's called. Some Wigan striker, we're linked with him as well. Keep your comments coming in a bit crack before we tune out. I just thought I'd bring you this quick video tonight on a Monday night. Some bad news, but some important news. And the first bit of it, some of that should be full of important news, really. Let's hope this is one negative to get out of the way. Tell you what, what happens, we'll snap up Ebola. But again, how confident are we of that happening? See, look at that Arsenal fan in the comments there, please saying, well, we need funds for better players. It's mad that the Arsenal fans still don't rate Willock. He scored 7 in a row for an absolute dog shit team fighting relegation, and he was unbelievable. I mean, that's, how good would he be for Arsenal now? But Arsenal just won't give him the credit or the starting place that he deserves. I don't think it's mad. It's mad. if you ever don't say we'll be fighting relegation. Oh well, even if we're saying Willock would still be fighting relegation, to be honest. Unless we kept him, Willock. He is Willock. ASM Wilson, I was meant to say, fit throughout the season, but we know Wilson will pick up the odd injury, so unless even with those, we're still gonna be mid-table, man. This is the thing. I think actually you'll snap your hands off. He's saying 70 million. I think he'd take 45, 50 million. He's linked with Mourinho at Roma. He's linked with Arsenal as well, Spurs. I'd be very surprised if St. Maximin stays. It'll be one last year anyways. If we do, let's hope we even get that. But I don't think St. Maximin will stay. I think we might sign Matthias Pereira to replace him. Someone along those lines, or a loanee from somewhere. I also want Odegaard and Buenda. They're picky about Odegaard, aren't they? Because he didn't do great. He was hit and miss when he still likes for Guendouzi to go back. There's no way also going to loan him out again. No way. They'll want money for him so they can fund the likes of Buendua and Basuma as well from Brighton. The link with they want £40 million from Brighton, one for Basuma. So Arsenal are going to want money, and Arsenal will get money. They're not going to loan him out again. So they'll want money, and if Newcastle aren't going to pay it up, which they definitely aren't going to pay 30 million, then someone like West Ham will, someone like Villa will. They're not going to give him away free. Yeah, other than we went on loan and he's done what he's asked to do on loan, prove that he was capable, grow, score goals, help the team out. He's done everything he could have asked. What more could he do? Why would they want to send him out for another year? They know he's fit and ready. He's 21. He's doing it now, so there'd be no advantage of sending him out really. If anything, Arsenal, very wisely, if they're not going to use him and they do want to use him for money for other players, then they've done that. They've hit the nail on the head, because now if Newcastle can't afford him, Newcastle won't go in for him for 30 million. Someone else will. So Arsenal will get that money, whereas this time last year, they wouldn't have got more than 10, 50 million for him. But the form he's had, he's rocketed up in everyone's expectations and price tag. And then being English, even accelerates it even more. I believe Jetro Willems is coming back. I do. He's a free agent from next month from Frankfurt. He hasn't played. He's been fit since January, and Frankfurt haven't even played him. So, I don't know what was going on there. But, I think Willems will be coming back. It has. He came out. Again, if you're joining late and you haven't heard what he said, Newcastle family, thank you for rocking with me. I will never forget the love you've showed me. The team, the fans, the city will always hold a special place in my heart. Up the Maggies, goodbye. And NUFC official account commented back saying, best of luck for the future, Joe. Doomed. He was a shitter. Yep. Loan signings all over Newcastle United this summer. If it ever isn't. Yes, he does himself no favours as he boosts away gloats on. Just be humble, mate. We could have got relegated a couple months ago. Yes, well done. You got out of it. Even yesterday, we still could have finished 17th, depending on the results. We got the job done at a relegated Fulham. Wow, well done. Do you know what I mean? But well done to the staff and the players after the Brighton game. Nobody thought we're going to get out of it, really. Not many. I definitely didn't. But we picked up results thanks to the likes of Joe Willock massively. And thanks to Fulham bottling it. Fulham had 2-3 chances to get above us out the relegation zone, put us in it, and then the psychology completely changes at both sides. Fulham bottled it. We didn't. Well done. But didn't gloat about it, mate, because you finished 12th on the last day. Do you know what I mean? We were quite a few points clear of relegation, but we're fucking miles off top 10, so it doesn't look the way it looks. It doesn't look the way it looks. And I've seen Alex Bruce and Al coming out today, sticking up for his dark, calling journalists rats and wankers and everything. Real professional, Alex. Real professional. Moron. His goals and form helped the other team members pull their finger out. It did. It gave everyone a lift. Obviously, the return of St. Maximin through fitness, the Burnley, the show he put on there. But it gave everyone a huge lift and he gave her faith and all. He gave her hope, really. Absolute bright spark. We need funds for Owen Bazuma. AFC will sell. Thanks to Ron for that contribution. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah. Oh, you've been linked with him for ages, haven't you? So yeah, maybe Arsenal will sell if they've got those targets in mind, then fair play to them. But I think it's clear that Newcastle are going to cough up the 30 million for him. Keep a comment saying we'll keep it going for another 5 minutes or so. Hello, James. It's pretty much official if you read between the lines. Like I said, he's put it on his social media that he's going back to Arsenal. or NUFC have wished him good luck and all that. Like, it wouldn't be worded that way. It wouldn't be worded that way if it wasn't the crack. Chevy has the look. Yeah, let's hope Richie stays. Anyway, let's hope Richie stays first and foremost, especially if we're getting Williams back. But we all know Matt Ritchie's the real captain of this side, and he should be holding the all-band, really. Just go up. Kyle Joseph, that was the name of the Wigan player, scored about 5 goals in 14 games for League One Wigan or whatever. I just see we want to say that, like. Matty didn't even get off the bench against Fulham when we were 1-0 up with now to play for, and he brought on Jeffrey fucking Hendrick. So that's what really winds me up, and I'm keep me cool here. I'm going to try and keep me shit together, because I cannot be asked to go on a Brucey run. It's already bad enough tonight that we're losing Willock, you know. But yes, Matty Longstaff should get rid of the team, but I reckon he'll go on loan. They deprived him of a loan last year or a permanent move to Italy. Watford wanted him on loan who have came up with the Championship. Imagine how good those experiences would have been for him. He sat on the bench all season, even if he was looking to get on the bench. You sit at home watching our watch-alongs most of the time. Bloody joke, man. Piss take. Jeff Hendricks there every week. Fucking, oh man, days. That doesn't fancy Reece Nelson. I would take Reece Nelson, to be honest. I think that would be an Irish sign. I would take Reece Nelson, yeah. You could see happening now. We'll just be Arsenal's feeder club, shall we? You know, we're not going to spend any money. Tell you what, Brucey, be ringing up Miguel every fucking transfer window. Hiya, Mickey. Any fucking players for us? Give us anyone. You'll take back a check at this rate. We'll sell Dubravka. We'll take back a check. Get his helmet out. No, he hasn't yet, I don't believe, but he probably will sign a 1-year extension alongside Paul Dummett as well. Beautiful penalty that was yesterday. That was a real highlight. Arteta will ruin him. He'll be squad player at best. He honestly will. I've got a feeling that Willock will go somewhere else this summer. I'm not sure if he will go back to Arsenal to sit on the bench. I mean, I'd be good for him if he does. I could see Arteta doing that. I could, and then in and out the team, you know. He's starting every week in Newcastle. Knew he was loved. Knew he carried it. Knew he had importance. I think Willock needs that. He wants that. He wants to feel loved and important. And I don't think, like Rowan says, they're Arsenal fan. I don't think you'll get that at Arsenal at all. But I think you'll go somewhere else. I think you might sign for like a West Ham or a Villa, to be honest, Joe Willock. If Arsenal do want to cash in on him, like lots of people are suggesting they do to sign other players. Yes, everyone's gone, lads. Let's face it. I would like to loan Lookman. He wasn't great against us, was he? Shows potential now, and again, his end product's not great. If we're going to get anyone from the relegated sides, for me, it'll be Pereira from West Brom. Thing is, those Newcastle thought we can't sign him. Announced this after a day we finished, and I didn't even give a false hope for a little bit, did it? We had that, we finished 12th. Oh, let's hope we get Willock. Let's hope we get takeover. Boom! Monday afterwards, straight away. See you later. 1 down, 1 to go. Keep your comments coming in. Willock's dad wants him to stay. Shearer wants him to stay. Yeah, same. In a way, I was with you on this one, and this is what Negative Andy was saying. Andy, who does the fan cams, if you haven't seen him, I'm sure you have, but he was saying, it'll give a false representation if Newcastle finish high, and it really has. We've seen it already. I seen it on BBC the day, BBC's website, them saying like, "Oh, what a very good job he's done," and TalkSport again the day. Have we just forgot? Have we? Because the table says 12th. We've just completely forgot that we'll give Sheffield United the first win of the season. We got pumped by Brighton 3-0, embarrassed. We got knocked out the cup by Brentford. Oh, we'll just forget that 2 wins in 22 or whatever it was. I finished 12th. He's whinging a bit. Fuck off. Nabil Bentaleb, I will quit YouTube if Nabil Bentaleb comes back to Newcastle. But it wouldn't surprise us. But I definitely couldn't be asked to do Newcastle videos again if Bentaleb comes. Townsend, is he coming back? He's a free. How old's Andros Townsend now? Because you've got to think, we're thinking of Andros Townsend here from when Rafa was young, like 2015, 2016. So if we look at Andros Townsend now, he's got to be in his 30s. 29, 30 in July. Not for me. Aye. Genius idea. Genius idea, whoever was behind that, and then this, maybe we wouldn't have spunk that money on that. This is what will put Mike Ashley off now forever, though. When somebody he has this bracket of money being above 20 million, it'll be like, oh, I don't have that, like, because remember that time we spent 40 on that Brazilian. Didn't really work out, that did it? Don't trust yous anymore. You can see that happening. But Mikey scored 7 in a row, 7 goals and 7. Not for me. Cheap cunt. I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Hope you're well, Jake. We definitely should have bought him. Yes, we should have. But not the case, by the looks of it. I would... it's a tough one, isn't it? You continue playing Richie for now for his presence and what he brings to the side. And Jetro, you'd have to get his match fitness back up because he hasn't played a game since God knows how long. I think it's, I believe, 15 months, 18 months or something. It's absolutely mental. But there's talk of maybe Jamal Lewis going out on loan, and then Williams and Richie would fight for the left wing back role. I'd be alright. I'd be alright with that, to be honest. I was excited with Jamal Lewis, but he hasn't cut the mustard yet, has he? Maybe a season, 6 months, even on loan for him would do well. Gone back to Norwich since they've been promoted. Sell Joe Linton and buy Willock in an ideal world, but how much would you seriously? Joe Linton, you'd be looking to get £10 million for Joe Linton. I'm not even taking the piss. Just look around. Look at these stats. Who on earth is going to look at Joe Linton and go, I gave 20 million for him? They wouldn't even give him 15 million. Joe Linton would have to do what Willock's done and have a successful loan spell somewhere. Let him go to France or back to Germany or something. Have a good loan spell. Try and get 20 odd million for him, because at the minute you'd struggle to get double figures for him. You honestly would. The only thing he's got going for him is his age and a better coach. Couldn't do any worse to getting more out of him, could they? So, looking forward to the new kit with Castori. I'd rather have Adidas on Nike. But why not? We'll give them a chance. We'll see what designs they bring out. If they listen to fans, if some of these concept kits that have been knocking about look nice, like, so. We'll give it a go. We'll see what they look like. Arteta's going to make them rot in the reserves. Be a crying shame if he does, for a young English talent as well. I have no idea where I heard that from, like, but unless that was the TV money that Mike actually pocketed, but he's not gonna give with that to Ian Mad, unless that's a takeover talk. Freddie Woodman, also linked with Freddie Woodman as well, 50 million for Willock. Yeah, I'd do that because we've got enough keepers. We'll give him that. Keeps on being on loan anyways, doesn't he? Woodman, he's had 2 great spells at Swansea. Goalkeeper of the year, Golden Glove in the Championship, so why not? Got to be honest, mate, I'm not really too sure. Have you still got that striker that we were linked with for a while? Or he went somewhere? I've paid no attention this season, to be honest, to many foreign leagues, but we're linked with that Christopher Aja, the centre-back, so we're heavily linked with him. Hendrick on him getting the Island squad. That's pathetic. So a quick look for the rest of your comments. Percy wouldn't sell Woodman bench when he comes back for loan and sell Darlow. That's a good shout as well. Very good shout. No, he's linked with Man United and Man City, Danny Ings, because of the season he's had at Southampton. They want him as a backup striker. Man United up there with Cavani, Greenwood, Rashford and everything. They want him in there for European competition, to see him with Man City. He's linked with Man City, so even Spurs to replace Harry Kane. I don't think we'll get Danny Ings. Kyle's more confident here. Saying goodbye doesn't mean he's fully leaving. He's going to leave now before the transfer window. There's still time. Of course, there is still time on the side, but I think I think it's clear as day the way it's worded that he said it himself. I don't need to tell you. He said it himself. Do you know what I mean? He said, thank you for the memories. Goodbye. There'd be different ways of going around it that you wouldn't have to say it like that. He would go to Villa because they're building a decent side there. If they keep Grealish, they've got England internationals and Mings. They've got a class goalkeeper in Martinez. They've got a decent midfield. They've got Watkins up front. There's a lot going on at Villa. They've got an owner now that's going to spend money. They've got top 10 this year. They'll be pushing for top 6, top 8 next year. Good cup run. Go to Villa and try and finish top 8 and play, with some decent international players, or come to Newcastle and fight 17th with Joe. That's why you go to Villa. Maxi's not definitely leaving. No, that's just my guess. But Maxi, again, in an interview the other day, said he's not fighting 17th anymore. Didn't become a professional footballer to fight relegation. He says he's in to win trophies. And that's all you need to know. If he's saying he's in to win trophies, he's not in Newcastle. Because we're not in it to win trophies. We're in it to fucking stay up under Ashley. So if he doesn't go this summer, it'll be the next one. But I just can't. How do you persuade him to stay? If we've got £12 million to spend, how the fuck are you going to persuade St. Maximin to stay? Why on earth would he stay? It's just not going to happen. I'd love to see Matty and Elliot Anderson, but we didn't even see them towards the end of the season when we're safe and we're now to play for, because Brucey was playing for 12th, so him and his son could wank off to the media about how good they are and how the match Rafa's thing. It pissed me off the way that worked out. Pathetic. It summed it up yesterday. Jeff Hendrick came on instead of Matty. Jeff Hendrick. Kingsley's a Gunners fan. He thinks should stay. Yeah. Yeah, so does every Newcastle fan. So do a lot of Arsenal fans. Keep your comments coming. I keep losing them because there's loads of them flying in. Let's go up a little bit. Where are we at? Why is it getting too many in? I'm losing them. Yeah, we're gone. Back to where I was before. Yes, we are. He came out and said he's going back to Arsenal. Newcastle wished him good luck. West Bromwich go to Leeds or Villa. Well, I'm probably right. Probably. Oh, Leeds. I think Leeds would be a great signing. Big up Keenan. Love from Cape Town, South Africa. Respect for that. Tuning in. Willock was a baller for you guys. There's new you guys could do with the Willock. Keenan knows the crack. Keenan, you're smarter than the Newcastle board. They think we can do without him. Of course they do, because they don't want to spend money. But cheers, Keenan. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Massive between Leeds, Villa, Everton, and these clubs. Well, there will be. And you've got to look. Everton have already said they're going to spend hundreds of millions again this summer because they've missed out on Europe. Ancelotti was brought in to do that. Ancelotti agreed the contract knowing that you get X, Y, and Z every summer. So Everton are going to splash cash again. Villa will splash the cash again. Leeds, if they get Bielsa for another deal, he'll get them top 10 again. The gap's getting further and further away. This is a good shout. I like that one from my T. Richardson. Tammy Abraham. Can I get a game? Can I get off the bench for Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel? So I think he probably will go out on loan somewhere. But I think there'll be a lot of suitors. So if we end up getting him, I think it'll be a coup. I do. I think he'll be a decent player. You could probably see him going to bloody Palace or something, couldn't you? Even Spurs, they've got Harry Kane to replace, and Levy doesn't like spending money. No, he's leaving. Yeah, we are. We've said we'll accept bids of £70 million for St. Maximin. I don't even think it would take that much. I think it would only take 50 million max. I would, in the sense that he did play some good football with Fulham. He had a poor team. He's going to be a good manager one day. It might be a bit too soon, but if you're talking about Bruce, then no, probably. Reece Nelson getting mentioned again there. I'd take him on loan. I'm looking forward to Lejeune come back, but you're right, I will treat that. Well, a big publicity stunt for Florian Lejeune come back. We'll roll out the red carpet for him and pretend he's getting a wage increase a lot. Like, that's where the money's gone. West Ham, exactly. West Ham, but he got 20 million for Hala. And he is literally carbon copy Joe Linton. He probably scored more goals for West Ham than Joe Linton scored for Newcastle. Not that that's any fucking hard to do by. Sorry, what story? That is unofficially official still as well. No one could see anything from the club or story because Puma had the deal until midnight last night. The last game of the season. So expect news on the new Newcastle kit sponsor being Castori in the coming weeks from probably both sides. They'll be wanting to get the designs and kits rolled out quickly, I'd imagine. So pretty much 95% legit that Castori will be Newcastle United's shirt sponsor next season for the next few years because the Puma deal's ended. So yeah, it's the only team I've seen the sponsors obviously Rangers. It's hard to judge by what they'll be like. The badge is like a little wings thing in it, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what the what the kits look like, then I'll judge it from there. But again, it's a story. Got a bit of a championship vibe about it, like, can it? Oh, the days of the 3 stripes down the sleeves, or even a nice Nike tick. I'm happy with the Nike tick. I've been wanting Newcastle to get sponsored by Nike for ages. You're right, Greg. I was in the Hungry Holes on Saturday. You could have came over and bought us a pint, mate. Where are we on that one? Next time. Pereira from West Brom. Anguissa from Fulham, even though he was lifting yesterday and he showed a horrible attitude. He wasn't interested at all. Even Loftus-Cheek, really. He's obviously Chelsea's player. Who else we got from Sheffield United? Nah. El Ghazi. How old is it? He's been decent though when he came on, like El Ghazi. So fucking I probably can't be too picky these days, like. Personally, Lookman, Anguissa, and Pereira. Yeah, take them. Oh, cheers, McLovin. Where's the love on a Monday night, McLovin? Newcastle fans have been crying today. Oh, I'd take Cantwell. But obviously, promoted again now, though, isn't he? With the Norwich, he'll be staying there, I'd imagine. Knock off from Fulham, I've seen there. Ooh, Willock or Wilson? That's a really tough one because I love Wilson and all, but he gets injured, but he still bangs them in. Willock's got years ahead of him, though. I want both. That's what I want. I want both. Ashley out. Right, we've went on for ages. Yeah, this was meant to be like a 10-minute video about Joe Willock. Going back to Arsenal, I've answered all your questions again. Arsenal fan, yeah, thoughts overall on Willock. Tremendous, surprising, and quality. There we go. Keep them in. Keep them coming in. But yeah, so just to finish off, if you haven't seen already and you have joined late, this is what Joe Willock has said today. NUFC family, thank you for rocking with me. I will never forget the love you've showed me, the team, the fans, the city will always hold a special place in my heart. Up the Maggies. Up the Maggies. Up the Maggies. Hey, that'll do me. I'm off to cry myself to sleep. Up the Maggies. Never hear that again. So yeah, and then Newcastle commented as well saying best of luck for the future, Joe. So, you know, like the way they've worded it, clear as day is going back to Arsenal. Let's hope he gets treated well there. Let's hope Arteta actually starts him. Or, which I could see happening, is this cash out on him. They take 30 million from someone else, from West Ham, from Villa, and they invest it in a player that they have been linked with, like Ori or Basuma and all them players. So we're waiting to see. But thank you very much, Joe Willock, for the memories. Tremendous. Big part of keeping us up. 7 goals in 7 games. Equaling Shearer's record. What a talent. Let's hope he has a great future. Let's hope one day we're seeing him back in Newcastle. Who knows? But definitely not going to be this summer unless that takeover happens, which probably isn't going to happen either. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Cheers for tuning in, everyone. Really appreciate it. Let me know your comments on Willock, on the news, on the summer, what you think will happen in the transfer window and everything. We'll be back for obviously more videos. Anytime breaking news happens, I'm here. Don't worry about it. Euros are coming up. We'll have plenty of videos around them as well. Thanks very much again for watching. Subscribe to my channel TV and enjoy yourselves.